guys, welcome to my channel, Among Stouts. If you're new here, my name is Samantha and I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you some things that I recently picked up from Masterbooks and then from September & Co. And everything that I picked up from both companies are pieces that we are going to be using in our morning time or family time, because I still haven't quite decided if we're going to do that set time in the morning or in the afternoon. I haven't decided what's going to work best for us next year, but these are all components to that, and I think that I have everything that I need now for all of our family time, morning time things that we're going to be doing. So keep a lookout for that video where you can see it all kind of come together, because I have put out quite a few videos of things that we're going to be doing during that time. And so what I want to do is just give you guys one single video with all of it, and so you have a better idea of what that time is going to look like for us and what we're going to be doing, because right now, looking through all the videos of the hauls and kind of trying to figure it out is not very organized. So keep an eye out for that video, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get to this haul. So the first thing I will show you is the stuff that I picked up from September & Co. I already have their character cards. I bought those at the Teach Them Diligently conference. I got the manners cards for my 2-year-old, and then I got him the manners cards and the character cards, the like picture animal cards, and then I got my older kiddos the 3-set character cards from them for my older kids to go over with them throughout the year. So the things that I picked up this time, so these right here are just something for my daughters to have some more handwriting practice with. This isn't going to be like something that we're all going to be doing as a family, but more so something that they can do while I'm reading to them, or maybe while they're waiting to move on to the next thing, or while they're just hanging out. Just something available for them to be able to have a little bit of extra practice with their writing. And so these are the letter cards. I have the uppercase and lowercase cursive letters here. And then I have the uppercase and lowercase print or manuscript letters here. So again, these are just to have available for my daughters. My son doesn't really need these, but my 9-year-old is really working hard on her cursive, and then still trying to improve the writing skills of my 7-year-old, and then eventually my 2-year-old. So that's what these are for. So the next thing that I got are these Foundations First Steps cards, and I got them in the ESV. They have different Bible translations that you can pick. So I picked the ESV because that's what our Bibles, that's the translation of the Bibles that we have here at home are. And I'll just show you a couple of these. So there's Genesis 1:1 and then Ephesians 6:10. So these are going to be cards that we will look at weekly. And these came with this little wooden card holder. So what we will do with these is at the beginning of each week, we'll read the card, and then we can put it on here and put it on the bookshelf. And then every day my kids can see at the start of the day, before they sit down at their desk or whatever and get started with their work, they can write Genesis 1:1 and then write the verse. And then it's just a way for us to get more scripture into our homeschool day. I'm excited about these cards. Okay, the next thing that I got are the theology and doxology cards, and I got both sets. I got the cards for the little learners, and then I got the cards for tweens and teens. So these are some that I can do with my older 2 kiddos, and then my youngest, I can do these with them. And I'll just show you what these look like as well. So here's the theology here, and then on the back it'll have a question and the doxology here. So that's what that card looks like. And then I'll show you another one here. So here's the Trinity with scripture, and then there's the question and the doxology there. So I'm really excited about these cards and doing these cards with my kiddos. This is a really easy way to add a lot of these these kinds of theological topics and doxology to my kids today. So that's what the theology and doxology cards look like for the little learners. And then now I'll show you just a couple of the cards for the tweens and teens. The cards are bigger. So this very first one here is the attributes of God. So this is the theology and the scripture. And then back here is the question and the doxology. So those are really cool. And then there's holiness, atonement. So as you can see, like there's a big difference in what the theology is that they're going to be learning in these little learners cards. So I really am loving these cards. And honestly, I think that going through these, both set, the little learners and even especially the tweens and teens one, are going to be good for me as well. And like even learning more about these things for myself and growing more in my own relationship with God and just the study of Him. And so these are all of the things I picked up from September & Co. I got those letter cards, the Foundations First Steps scripture cards, and then the little learners and tweens and teens theology and doxology cards. And again, like I said, I'm super excited about these. And like I've mentioned before, my kids do have the Bible curriculum, more than words, that they'll be doing. But I don't want to just give them that book and then never talk about the stuff with them. I really want for it to be like a huge conversation piece of our everyday life. So whether it's during our homeschool time or not, to be able to pull these cards out and have conversations with my kids and just learning and growing together in our faith and in our walks with God. That's really my purpose behind always having so much extra, is I want it to be natural for them to just want to go towards these resources versus like their gaming devices or just other things that would distract them from God. Not to say that they don't use that stuff, because they do. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with having so much of these things. I have a video here on my channel where I talk about like our homeschool our curriculum organization, and in that video I shared where I keep all of our morning morning basket curriculum and books and things like that. I keep them in a 3-pocket hanging organizer next to our breakfast table, just because I don't have the place to store a cart or a basket that my son would get into. This is something that's on the wall. It's in between curtains, so it's discreet and it's out of the way of little hands. So that's where I keep all of our stuff. And just because I have so much, that doesn't mean these are things that we're going to be doing every single day. These are things that we have available to us to do like on a loop. So that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to figure out, is like a loop schedule for our morning time stuff, because we're not going to be doing all of these things every day, but I do want to hit these things on a sort of a loop routine. Because as you're going to see in this Masterbooks box, I have even more stuff for our morning time. Okay, so now on to the Masterbooks stuff. I thought that this would pair really well with a lot of the things that we're going to be studying already in CC Cycle 1, as far as like the mammals and amphibians and reptiles and all of that. So this is a devotion for boys and girls ages 6 to 10, and it's God's Amazing Creatures and Me. So this is what that looks like. I hadn't picked out a devotional for this year yet, so I think this is one that we will be able to do. And I think it'll just pair really well, since we're going to be learning all about different animals and animal kingdoms and classifications and all sorts of things like that. So there is the table of contents. But I saw this on there and I just thought that it was going to be perfect to add in and to be our devotion for this year. And then the next thing that I got, these books, these are Big Thoughts for Little Thinkers, and these actually pair really well with these Foundations cards. And so the first one that I have is, there's 4 of them here. And it's Big Thoughts for Little Thinkers. I have the Gospel, the Mission, the Scripture, and then the Trinity. So again, these books go really well with those foundations cards, but also the theology and doxology cards. So I plan to just do these as read alouds, and then if we ever have a card that pairs well with these, then that'll be like the day that we read it on. So match the Trinity, theology and doxology card to the Trinity book, and same with the gospel and the Scripture. I don't know if they're going to be cards that pair with the mission, but maybe I'll read through that first and see if I can find some cards, just so that we have like some kind of a flow or something to our day when we're doing those cards and pairing them with the books. Okay, so the next 3 books that I got, these are something that also go really well with everything that we're doing in CC this year. So I wanted to go ahead and pick these up as another resource and something that we could go through over the course of our CC year. So these are Marvels of Creation. I have Sensational Sea Creatures, Breathtaking Birds, and then Magnificent Mammals. And so I was actually like on Amazon looking up books that paired well for these different, for mammals and birds and sea creatures. I was looking for books that, you know, that I could use to pair with CC, because I already have like the science readers that I'm going to do, but I also like to have other like resourcey type books. So I was looking on Amazon for some of those, and I had some in my cart, but while I was ordering some of that other stuff, I saw these on there as well in their Masterbooks morning basket. Like they have, you can go onto Masterbooks and actually buy a set for morning basket. They have like the preschool set, which I think had these 2 in it. And then they have like an elementary basket, which have these and some other books that I got in it. I already had a lot of the books that were in the elementary set. And then there was a couple of others that I didn't want. So I just didn't buy the whole basket. I just bought them piece by piece. So the last set of books that I have, and this is one of the things that I was talking about in my Amazon haul, is that I really have felt convicted to like teach my kids and to learn alongside my kids what it all means and what the pieces are of the armor of God, but also to learn and study the fruits of the Spirit. And so I saw these on there. These are also a part of the elementary, I think it's the elementary morning basket, maybe family morning basket, on Masterbooks, along with those Marvels of Creation books. And so I picked up these. I just picked up this set individually outside of that basket. And these books are called 9 Fruits of the Spirit, a devotion series by Robert Strand. And so that's what those look like. And so you have love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, kindness, and self-control. And so I thought these were perfect. And it is a devotional series. So in here it has a portion for you to read, and then it has scripture for you, but also study questions on here. So what I think that I'm going to do with these is I'm going to use the actual books for myself, but I'm going to write the questions on the board, or just read them out to my kids and give them a notebook and have them answer the questions in the notebook for themselves. And then I will have the books and they will have their notebooks. I thought about taking them apart and then just making copies for the kids, but I think it'll be easier if I just do it alongside them and I put my answers in the book and they answer in a notebook. So I am really, really, really excited about this devotion series of the 9 fruits of the Spirit. And that is all that I have from Masterbooks. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I picked up from September & Co. and from Masterbooks. And I will be sure to link the website for both companies. And also I will probably also try to link all of the individual products so that you guys can go to them a little bit easier if you're looking for them. But again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this haul. If you guys did, please go ahead and give this video a like. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I'd love to have you here as a part of my community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.